overview of what's going on.
Alright, so this is, so we determined after a lot of research on the cursive on this thing, this is from S&V Liquors out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And this is Ezra Brooks Cask Strength Pat's Pick.
Like, it's...
So 120 proof,
Lux
sourced from Heaven Hill, but Lux Row,
Yep.
Cask Strength. So let's see how it is.
About this is good.
Citrus.
Yeah.
This is a neck pour, so keep this in mind.
It's
A
faint
lot
too.
of citrus.
This smells very hot.
I don't get a lot of heat because I don't
I
get
get a lot of heat, I
notes.
just get a lot of like...
I get a lot of ethanol because it's the neck pour and there's not a whole lot of like body on the nose.
That's
Like I
fair.
have a feeling this is gonna be very flavor dense.
Sky Day?
I think so. Say it.
But yeah, I get a lot of citrus.
I do.
Like,
Yeah, I do too.
This, I wonder if this is why they got that sort of lemon note out of the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends one. I wonder if that's just
Probably.
more. I wonder if higher proof Ezra just has that.
It probably has citrus, but like theirs probably smelled like straight up lemon. This
Yeah.
smells more like orange.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like an orange or...
like orange peels
Yeah.
Yeah.
or even orange juice.
Oh yeah, that's
Peanut.
flavor dense.
Peanut.
Very peanut.
I get a little bit of peanut, but I get
The finish is all fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I got peanut right at the start too.
I did too. It sort of got overpowered by again a little bit of a citrusy note.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that their Ezra pick was just that the citrus is more dialed in on a particular pick. Because this is now another Ezra Cask Strength where you get peanut and you get a citrus note.
Yeah, I'm trying to peg what else I get. Like I think it's
really like this.
I like this one.
Like I really like this.
I enjoy it. I'm just trying to pick it apart because I can barely like dial in what flavors I'm getting.
I'm getting orange zest.
Yep, peanut. That's
Yeah,
one of them.
Peanut, orange zest, lime. Like
I would
key
say a
lime,
little bit of
key
lime.
Yeah.
Brown sugar is the sweetness I think we're getting.
Brown sugar, a little bit of a salty caramel.
Yeah, there's definitely some salty notes in it.
And the peanut's almost like a roasted peanut, not like a Jim Beam raw peanut funk.
Yeah, no,
It's a roasted peanut bordering on like a sweet peanut brittle, or like you took like a chocolate covered pretzel, like that has sat for a while and took it. Like this is a weird description, but like you took a chocolate covered pretzel that had time to like pick up some of that sweetness, just being covered in chocolate, and took the actual chocolate note out of it.
I'm considering this more as like brown sugar candied peanuts. That's more like.
I can see that.
That's
See,
more
I
like
kind of, I'm on Max's side here, though. I agree with what he's saying here.
Like it's a weird description, but it makes sense to me.
It makes
Like,
sense to me, too, from what I'm tasting.
But I got this for a Booker's Pigskin match. So I traded a peanut forward cask strength and a couple more proof points
For a peanut forward Cask Strength.
with citrus. So this is unique. And honestly, this kind of peanut is more up my alley, where I love the bean peanut funk that it has, but I also love when you get a sweeter, like different peanut note to it. And this is very much not the traditional, like bean peanut.
No, it's not. Like it's way fruitier than any bean product.
Like I wish Heaven Hill stuff had these kind of notes instead of just the shit they source out.
Yeah, like
It's gotta be what Ezra Brooks does, and you know what Lux Row does to it. But I love it.
right. Yeah,
I find it amusing that I don't really like Heaven Hill bourbon, but I love when they source it to Lux Row and let Lux Row do their thing to it. Because
I enjoy this, but I don't think I enjoy it as much as you guys do.
I agree, because
I love this.
I think for me, this honestly might be my favorite of the night.
Oh, nice.
This is...
It's way up there, if not my favorite. Now keep in mind, for me personally, there hasn't been one I haven't liked.
This is probably number 2 on the night for me.
What's number 1? PWF? Or
Yes.
your EHJ? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
PWF.
So for me, it's this, Davies County, PWF, and then a very close fourth is Winterwassel. And then the other ones are kind of a toss-up from there, because I like them all, but I would have trouble rating them all in order. I just gotta pick the ones I like most.
So I have to say probably E.H. Taylor, single barrel. Ezra, Cask, PWF, Balcones Rye.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm not even including that for me personally, but I've had it enough times now. So for you, yeah, that makes sense.
Probably Kentucky Spirit. ABS. Wassail.
Wassail?
Wassail.
Croissant?
Oh, winter wassail. Wait a minute. Wassail. What the fuck?
Winter Wassail. Wassail. Larceny. Old Scout.
You like the Larceny more than the Old Scout?
I do.
Wow.
Interesting.
That surprised me. Like, I guess you did like the Larceny more than Logan did.
Yes.
So,
it grew on me as I drank it.
so least favorite of the night. I assume for you, Larceny.
I have to say, yeah.
Blood Oath, even though I really liked it.
And I gotta agree on that one. For me, Blood Oath, even though I really liked it. So all things considered, like, for my taste, there was not a bad bottle in this line.
I wouldn't say bad, but there's several that, like, after tasting them, I would not buy.
Like, Blood Oath is great, it just didn't really do it. Like, it wasn't special, but it was good.
I have a hard time justifying.
For me, it was special, but it didn't have like. There's something it was missing. Still.
Yeah, like,
You know, like it had a lot of really unique characteristics that made me want it, to the point where I would have bought that if I had the money sitting around and I could buy it. But there's still something missing for me that some of even the Davies County Luxroy stuff had for me.
The issue I have with it, that I wouldn't spend money on it, is that it's good, but it's trying to do the same thing that Davies County is doing, wherever it's at.
And it's behind the.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's trying to do the same thing as Davies County, and Davies County is the same distillery. And then there's also
What wine cask is the Blood Oath finish in?
this one is Sauternes.
Okay. So yeah, close to Cab. Cab
Very
is
different. Sauternes is white.
it really?
Yeah. I'm almost positive it's white.
Oh, you know what? I'm fucking myself up with Amarone cask. I'm still thinking
Yes.
about the Yellowstone. Yes, you are correct. So Sauternes is it is very different. The Davies County and Cabernet finish is going to impart a lot more of the dark fruit and chocolate, whereas you're going to get a lot of the lighter grape.
I'm just talking about like
sweeter notes.
I'm just talking about a Lux brand wine finished bourbon. Like
Right.
that's a fraction of the price, and I think it's better. And not only that, but like you have like Thomas More, which is also a little bit cheaper, which is significantly better than Blood Oath.
The Blood Oath, yes.
And like that's the reason why I have a hard time.
Now,
like
I can't believe I'm saying this, given how much I love 1792. I think I'm at the point where I would take the Davis over the Thomas S. More, even though I think the Thomas S. More does slightly edge it out in terms of quality.
but the
I
value
think
isn't there.
The value isn't there, and I wouldn't even necessarily say that. They're too different.
Right.
Whereas
Yeah.
3 years versus 6 months is dramatic when it comes to wine
Yeah.
finishing a bourbon.
Yeah.
Like you think, for some bourbons that's half of the aging
Mm-hmm.
at 3 years. For some that's way more than half.
For
All
Wicked,
these
that's the entire thing.
This Ezra, that would have been 3/4 of its aging in cab casks in
Mhm.
order for it to be the Thomas S. More.
Right.
So like you gotta keep in mind that is a pretty dramatic difference. But that being said, like I'm honestly at this point starting to become more drawn to the Davies than I am to the Thomas S. More.
Understandably so.
And I love, like, you know, I own a bottle of the Thomas S. More Cab, and I love it. It's so unique. So is the Davies County. They're very different, but I think
I don't think any of us know how to pronounce it correctly, and I don't know what the actual pronunciation
I think it's Davies.
I want to say
There's
it's
two S's.
Davies.
I don't know.
There's two S's.
Because
It has
it's America, so everything's got to be pronounced weird. It's probably Davies, but that's what I've been saying, Davies or Davies. Or,
I've been
you know,
saying
like,
Davies.
but anyway,
Regardless, it is. I think I would rather have a glass of that than I would
So-
the More.
so even though these are all going to be uploaded as separate videos, so they're not going to be like one tasting night. What's your sleeper in this lineup? Because if I don't include the Balcones, Davis County can. If I do include the Balcones, easily.
I think it was the Old Scout because I was not expecting it whatsoever.
That's the one where I would include it in my next category, which is the underdog.
Yeah.
Where I expected to not like it because of the port finish, and I ended up really liking it.
I think the sleeper for me is ABS.
Yep.
And
That's where I'm at.
I mean, the underdog for me was Balcones, but I've never had that before. You guys have had that before.
You guys make a good point.
I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't expect to like the Old Scout as much as I did because I don't like MGP rye. I don't like the pickle notes.
I was gonna say I would say the most unexpected one was probably the Old Scout port.
Yeah, and that one for me, like I liked it a lot, which is surprising to me because I don't like the base product.
Right.
But
Although Old Scouts, I mean, it's a high rye bourbon, so I mean.
yeah.
Granted, it's very high rye. It's like 36 or 37%.
Yeah, but
high
it still has those pickle notes that I don't love from the MGP side.
I can see that because some of the store picks I've had still have hints of that.
Yeah.
So.
But this one didn't have it as much. I mean, it was there a little bit in the background for me, but I'm in between where you guys are with the pork finishes.
Right.
Like
where you have ones you like, you have found a bunch you like, and this is the first one I've liked.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I haven't found a whole lot of port finishes I've liked, to be totally honest. I found some that are tolerable, but like.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is this is the only one I've found. I haven't found any that are tolerable aside from maybe the Isaac Bowman, and part of that is a bias of I really want to like Bowman whiskey to begin with.
Yeah.
But this one I genuinely liked as someone who could barely tolerate any.
Yeah. I was looking for a port because I love port, and I'm like, I want to find a bourbon or a rye that does port well, because there's scotches that do port very well, but.
Right. But find a bourbon or a rye.
It's very difficult to find one. Because I'm not going to lie, I did not like the Thomas S. Moore port finish.
I didn't really.
It was too much.
And like, as someone who, I don't know if 1792 is my second or third favorite. Lux Row has very quickly jumped up to be right up there with me.
Yeah.
It's my third favorite, and I did not like the port finish.
What? Bowman?
No, 1792.
So, what? Is it Maker's first or Buffalo Trace?
Maker's Trace.
Maker's Trace.
It's kind of like pecan.
Barton 1792.
But, alright, let's wrap this up real quick. But yeah, so I mean,
Delicious.
I've never had an Ezra calf strength. I thought Old Ezra 7 was their calf strength. I learned something new, and I got a pick from Indiana, which is a new one for me too. And I expected I would like it, and it turned out to be not only something I expected, but it had something that I thought was going to be unique to the PWF, and instead is going to be reminiscent. Where this one has more citrus notes in general, and the PWF one's going to have a lemon note, so it's a little bit more refined or different.
So clearly, whatever they're doing to make these Ezra Brooks, the cask strength retains some sort of citrus note.
That goes, and that's why I think you get that out of Alberta Premium. The lower proof ones probably don't get as much citrus.
That makes sense.
Citrus is a pretty delicate note to get out of whiskey,
Yeah.
so it's one that can be pretty easily lost.
Yeah.
And I think
I'm sure
that's why cask strength doesn't lose it.
Yeah, but like the 105, 106 proof mix.
It loses it a little bit, but it keeps that peanut brittle.
Oh,
And it
for
gets
sure.
more banana than it does citrus. It switches to more of a tropical fruit.
Yeah.
Watching this now again,
Although
because
Old Elk still
my
makes banana.
friend who I was
100%, but it's I guess I would call Ezra 7 more
I
of
do
a
really
flavor.
love that. I do really love that weeded Old Elk.
Can't wait to try that thing.
Should say.
But
Which
yeah,
is a
so
direct quote.
this one, I mean, I kind of expected I would like it, but this one did surprise me.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.